In the shadowed corridors of time, woven through the ancient pages of sacred texts and echoing in the myths of every civilization, there exists a saga so mesmerizing, so provocative, that it continues to ignite imaginations and spark viral debate even in our modern era. The legend of the fallen angels and the enigmatic Nephilim. These celestial outcasts, both revered and feared, have haunted the dreams of scholars, theologians, and storytellers for centuries, casting a spell that refuses to be broken. But who were these mysterious beings who, according to ancient lore, descended from the heavens and gifted humanity with knowledge far beyond its years? Traditionally, the fallen angels are depicted as divine rebels, exiled from the celestial realms in a dramatic act of defiance. Their stories are intricately woven into the fabric of the world's most influential religious and mythological texts, from the cryptic verses of the Book of Enoch to the subtle references in the Bible and countless other ancient manuscripts. The riddle of the fallen angels is as haunting as it is timeless, a puzzle that continues to fascinate and perplex. Could these celestial exiles have secretly shaped the very dawn of human civilization? It's a theory as thrilling as it is controversial, that these banished beings played a pivotal, hidden role in guiding humanity's earliest steps. To truly grasp their impact, we must journey deep into their origins and the roles they played across cultures and epochs, unraveling the tapestry of stories that have endured for millennia. Within the rich tradition of Judeo-Christian lore, the most vivid account of the fallen angels emerges from the legendary Book of Enoch. This ancient text, attributed to Enoch, the great-grandfather of Noah, unfolds a gripping narrative about a group of angels known as the Watchers. Enoch 6:1 sets the stage. And it came to pass, when the children of men had multiplied, that in those days were born unto them beautiful and comely daughters. And the angels, the children of heaven, saw and lusted after them, and said to one another, Come, let us choose us wives from among the children of men, and beget us children. This passage reveals not just the angels longing for human women, but also that they were real, physical beings who walked among ancient humans. According to the Book of Enoch, these angels, led by the formidable Samyaza, descended upon Mount Hermon, took human wives, and shared with humanity a treasure trove of forbidden knowledge and skills. Their bold defiance in mingling with mortals was seen as a grave sin, one that sealed their tragic downfall and forever altered the course of history. The Bible, too, hints at this saga, though in a more veiled manner. Genesis 6:1 describes the sons of God marrying the daughters of men, resulting in the birth of the Nephilim, a legendary race of giants. The very name Nephilim, often translated as fallen ones or giants, is wrapped in mystery and awe, blurring the line between the divine and the earthly and challenging everything we think we know about human history. This ambiguity only adds to their mystique. Genesis 6:4 states, The Nephilim were on the earth in those days, and also afterward, when the sons of God went to the daughters of humans and had children by them. They were the heroes of old, men of renown. This suggests not only their immense size and strength, but also their legendary influence on early societies, making them figures of both wonder and fear. Their very existence is often seen as a violation of the natural order, a dangerous blend of heaven and earth that filled the world with anxiety and dread. The Nephilim are frequently associated with the era before the Great Flood, a time depicted as chaotic and corrupt, cementing their reputation as harbingers of disaster and symbols of a world gone astray. The biblical flood narrative, found in Genesis, describes a world so steeped in violence and corruption that the divine was compelled to cleanse it with a cataclysmic deluge. Many believe the Nephilim were a key factor in this moral collapse, their presence a symbol of chaos, their power a catalyst for humanity's darkest impulses. According to some interpretations, The Nephilim, with their superhuman abilities and semi-divine heritage, led humanity astray, fueling the corruption that triggered divine wrath in the Great Flood. Their influence was so immense that wiping them out, along with the world they had tainted, was seen as the only way to restore balance and give humanity a fresh start. But the legend of the Nephilim doesn't end with the Bible. It echoes through countless mythologies and ancient texts, revealing a global fascination with these mighty, mysterious beings. In some stories, they are revered as demigods or legendary heroes. In others, they are feared as dark and destructive forces. The debate over their existence has raged for centuries, with some convinced that giants once roamed the earth, leaving behind traces of their presence for us to discover. Adding fuel to this mystery are archaeological discoveries linked to these legendary giants. Among the most striking are oversized weapons unearthed around the world. Massive swords and spears far too large for any ordinary human. These artifacts are often cited as evidence of the Nephilim's incredible size and strength. For example, in Japan's Ibaraki prefecture, there lies an enormous sword known as the Nodachi, displayed at the Kibitsu Shrine. Measuring over 12 feet in length and weighing more than 30 pounds, its sheer size has sparked wild speculation that it was forged for a giant, not a man. The Nodachi is revered in Japanese culture, often associated with legendary tales of ancient warriors and gods. In Europe, the Flensburg sword stands out, over 7 feet long and so heavy that only a giant could have wielded it in battle. Museums across Europe display axes and spears of similar scale, dating back to the Bronze and Iron Ages. The giant double axes at the Heraklion Archaeological Museum in Greece, massive Bronze Age axes from Denmark, and a trove of giant tools from Morocco all add to the legend, hinting at a forgotten race of colossal beings. And then there are the giant footprints, like the famous one etched into granite near Mapaloozi, South Africa. Measuring a staggering 4 feet, it's either a natural oddity or, for believers, a literal step into the world of giants. Equally compelling are the massive stone blocks and architectural monoliths scattered across the globe. Colossal stones, such as those at Baalbek in Lebanon, have led many to speculate about the existence of beings with superhuman strength and knowledge. For proponents of the Nephilim theory, these monumental structures are not just feats of ancient engineering, but tangible proof of a time when giants roamed the earth. But let's return to the fallen angels, the architects of the Nephilim legend. Their roles are as varied as their stories. Often, they are depicted as bringers of forbidden wisdom. The Book of Enoch details how these angels taught humans the secrets of weaponry, jewelry, and even cosmetics. Enoch 8:1 proclaims, "And Azazel taught men to make swords, and knives, and shields, and breastplates, and made known to them the metals of the earth, and the art of working them, and bracelets and ornaments, and the use of antimony, and the beautifying of the eyelids, and all kinds of costly stones, and all coloring tinctures." This wasn't just a leap in technology, it was a revolution in the human story, transforming us from survivors to masters of our world. The fallen angels didn't stop there. They also introduced humanity to astrology, medicine, and even sorcery, forever changing the way ancient civilizations saw themselves in the universe. With this new knowledge came both empowerment and danger. The fallen angels, in their rebellion, invited humans to join them in defiance of the divine order. This act brought incredible power, but also unleashed a wave of moral chaos. Ancient texts speak of the corruption and downfall that followed, a cautionary tale about the double-edged sword of forbidden knowledge. The legacy of these celestial rebels left a deep imprint on the spiritual beliefs of ancient peoples. Often worshipped as gods, their stories became entwined with the myths and rituals of countless cultures. Temples may have been built in their honor, sacrifices offered to appease their otherworldly powers, and their names whispered in prayers and incantations. As the centuries passed, the legend of the fallen angels and Nephilim evolved, finding new life in the stories, art, and popular culture of every era. Today, these tales continue to inspire best-selling novels, blockbuster films, and viral social media threads, captivating audiences with their blend of mystery, danger, and the eternal struggle between light and darkness. From fantasy epics to conspiracy theories, the saga of the fallen angels and their giant offspring remains a source of endless fascination, challenging us to question the boundaries of myth and reality. But perhaps the most enduring power of this legend lies in its ability to reflect our deepest hopes and fears. The story of the fallen angels and Nephilim is not just a tale of rebellion and punishment. It is a story about the price of knowledge, the dangers of hubris, and the eternal quest for meaning in a world filled with mysteries. It asks us to consider what happens when the boundaries between the divine and the mortal are crossed, and what it means to seek forbidden wisdom. From the shadowed corridors of ancient history to the bright screens of today's digital age, the saga of the fallen angels and the Nephilim continues to intrigue, challenge, and inspire. Are they mere myth, or is there a grain of truth behind the legend? The answer remains as elusive and as captivating as ever, inviting each new generation to embark on their own journey of discovery. Throughout the winding corridors of human history, the legend of the fallen angels and their mysterious influence on ancient civilizations continues to captivate and intrigue. These celestial beings, both revered for their wisdom and feared for their immense power, have left an indelible mark on the myths, architecture, and collective imagination of humanity. Their legacy is a paradox. Were they benevolent guides who sparked the flames of progress, or dangerous tempters who led humankind astray? This duality adds profound complexity to their story, casting an enigmatic shadow across the ages. Beneath the influence of these enigmatic entities lies a world filled with architectural and technological marvels that defy conventional explanation. Scattered across continents, these ancient wonders stand as silent witnesses to a time when, perhaps, the boundary between the divine and the mortal was more permeable than we dare imagine. They are the lingering echoes of an era when celestial beings may have walked among us, imparting secrets that propelled civilizations into golden ages of achievement. Consider the majestic pyramids of Egypt, colossal monuments whose construction still puzzles modern engineers. Their perfect alignment with the stars, astonishing geometric precision, and sheer scale provoke endless questions about the origins of such advanced knowledge. Could it be that the fallen angels, in their interactions with ancient humans, imparted wisdom that led to these monumental achievements? The enigmatic Stonehenge in England, with its massive stones arranged in a complex celestial alignment, further echoes this theme of otherworldly influence. These stones, transported from distant quarries and arranged to track the sun's journey, suggest a deep understanding of astronomy and engineering. Knowledge that may have been beyond the reach of early humans without guidance from a higher, more knowledgeable source. Turning our gaze to the Americas, the fortress of Sacsayhuaman in Peru presents another baffling enigma. The massive, intricately interlocking stones of this complex, some weighing as much as 200 tons, are a testament to extraordinary architectural prowess. The precision with which these stones are fitted without mortar suggests a level of expertise that seems almost supernatural. Could the fallen angels have shared their celestial wisdom with the ancient Incas, enabling them to create such marvels? Teotihuacan, with its grand pyramid of the sun and the pyramid of the moon, stands as another testament to mysterious ancient ingenuity. The third largest pyramid in the world, the Pyramid of the Sun, is part of a city whose layout aligns with celestial bodies. The sophistication of its urban planning and astronomical orientation raises the question, Was this the result of human genius alone, or did divine intervention play a role? Beyond these monumental structures, ancient technology continues to astonish. The Antikythera mechanism, often called the world's first computer, is a device of such complexity that it seems to echo the legendary knowledge attributed to the fallen angels. The Baghdad battery, a clay pot believed to generate electricity, suggests an understanding of chemistry and physics far ahead of its time. These artifacts are enigmatic symbols of a lost era, when the boundary between human and divine may have been blurred. They raise profound questions about the origins of ancient knowledge and skills, standing as silent reminders of a time when the line between the human and the divine was perhaps more permeable than we have ever imagined. As we traverse the labyrinth of history, guided by ancient texts and archaeological discoveries, we encounter a striking phenomenon: the recurrence of mythological parallels across diverse cultures, each echoing the narrative of fallen angels and their profound impact on human civilization. These parallels, transcending geographical and cultural boundaries, weave a tapestry of interconnected myths that hint at a shared legacy of celestial influence. In the heart of Mesopotamia, the cradle of civilization, we find the tales of the Anunnaki, deities descending from the heavens, bestowing knowledge and wisdom upon mankind. Their stories, etched in cuneiform on clay tablets, bear an uncanny resemblance to the narrative of the fallen angels. They were seen as both benefactors and destroyers, entities that shaped the destiny of humanity. Venturing into the ancient lands of Greece, we encounter the Titans, primordial deities overthrown by the Olympians. The Titans, much like the fallen angels and their offspring, the Nephilim, were revered for their immense power and feared for their potential wrath. Prometheus, a Titan, famously defied the gods by bringing the knowledge of fire to humanity, mirroring the role of the fallen angels as bearers of forbidden knowledge. In the Norse sagas, we find the Aesir and the Vanir, two groups of gods whose interactions with humans speak of a complex relationship between the divine and the mortal realms. The Norse tales of gods walking among men, sharing their knowledge and sometimes their treachery, resonate with the themes found in the stories of the fallen angels. Across the ocean, in the pre-Columbian Americas, similar themes emerge. The Maya spoke of Kukulkan, and the Aztecs of Quetzalcoatl, feathered serpent deities who were teachers and creators, bringing knowledge and civilization to mankind. These deities were seen as pivotal figures in the development of these rich civilizations. These mythological parallels across different cultures are not mere coincidences. They are threads in a larger tapestry that speaks of a shared human experience. They suggest that the narrative of celestial beings influencing human civilization is a universal theme, one that transcends time and space. The presence of these parallels also raises profound questions about the origins of these myths. Are they the result of independent yet surprisingly similar human imaginings? Or do they point to a common source of inspiration, perhaps encounters with real entities whose actions were recorded and interpreted through the lens of myth and legend? As we draw the curtains on this exploratory odyssey into the enigmatic world of fallen angels and their potential influence on ancient civilizations, we find ourselves at the crossroads of myth and history, skepticism and belief. The journey through the labyrinthine narratives of celestial beings who may have walked among our ancestors leaves us with more questions than answers, yet it undeniably enriches our understanding of the human past and the mysteries that still shroud it. The saga of the fallen angels, as depicted in ancient texts and echoed in the myths of diverse cultures, is a tapestry woven with threads of celestial rebellion, forbidden knowledge, and the transformative impact of these elements on human civilization. These narratives, transcending time and geography, speak to a universal human fascination with the divine and the unknown. They challenge us to ponder the origins of our advancements and the depths of our beliefs, inviting us to consider the possibility of a time when the boundary between the human and the divine was blurred. As we continue to explore the mysteries of our past, the story of the fallen angels remains a testament to the enduring human quest for knowledge and the connection with the stars. Do you believe that fallen angels could have influenced ancient civilizations? How do you interpret the myths and legends that span across different cultures? Join the conversation in the comments below and share your unique viewpoints and theories. Our channel is not just a source of information, but a platform for discovery and dialogue. If you found this journey enlightening and thought-provoking, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more explorations into the mysteries of the past and the wonders of our universe.